Well, happy holidays. This is the Spitball Media podcast where we spit out the top entertainment stories of the week and we just chew on it and we suck it up like a biscuit and then we spit it out occasionally. We call it Spitball Media. My name is John Draper. Joining me, he is the Prince of the Midwest. He is slowly but surely, he's Benjamin Buttoning it. B-Show's looking younger and more svelte than ever. His name is B-Show Brian.
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good time.
B-Show, we should point out, we were going to do the top 5 tonight. We're going to push that off till Tuesday. Shah's having some technical issues, and we don't know if they're going to get resolved. So we're going to pivot to a regular show with some pretty significant media stories that have happened this week for sure. And I think a lot of you probably have a good idea of what we're going to talk about. But we wanted to let you guys know we will be going Tuesday at 8:30. That's the 23rd, right before Santa comes, B-Show. Right before Santa.
I thought you said Santo. For some reason, I was thinking wrestling.
Santa.
Popo Chicho. What's it? Paranoel. Popo Chicho.
Hey there, B-Show.
Hey there. No, it's
hey
Santa
there,
Claus.
Hi, Brian.
Don't forget to bring a towel. Oh, I'm thinking Towley. You're
That's
doing
Mr. Talley.
Mr. Hanky.
Instead of the neighbor, there's the pedophile neighbor.
I was confused because I was doing the Herbert the Pervert the other day.
Hey, Chris. Hi.
You want a popsicle? I was trying to get the whistle.
Popsicle?
I used to
the whistle.
I used to be able to do the whistle.
I can't. I don't think I could do the whistle. But he does sound a little. Mr. Hanky's way higher. It's like, hi, like that. Like, don't forget to bring a towel. Like that. And also, he has that weird accent.
I used to feel so shitty that I couldn't hit certain impressions, and then I see behind the scenes that they pitch up and pitch down the voice. And I'm fucking cheaters.
And you know me, I like to do a lot of impressions. So it's like I go for the real, like I go right on the chords, like you're a towel, like that's right on your fucking vocal cords, dude. Like you would die doing that. Like you can't do that all day. By the way, I think Towley is one of the greatest voices. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite voices to do.
I haven't followed. I probably watched the first half of the season, then it got old. But South Park this season, but the fact that he became a crusty cum towel, that's fun.
Oh, that became Trump's cum towel. I mean, like, imagine being in the writers' room. It's like, wait a minute, I got an idea. What if Towley? Hold on. You know how he's a towel and people have cum towels. What if he was Trump's cum towel? And it's like, writes itself. Yeah. But thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Shah sends his apologies. And we are going to pivot to a regular show. I'm reading the chat. My name keeps coming up in there. My shoot name and everything.
Cole Hogan said you did a Cleveland Brown impression on the DTKC show.
I believe I did. Oh, I haven't heard Cleveland Brown. Oh, my name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to say, no.
That's the best. No. Oh, that's my stank of the day.
I got my stank on it. But we have 1 week left. By the way, I'm rocking my Hanukkah pajamas. I want everybody to know.
Shalom.
I'm rocking the Hanukkah matching PJs for the Hanukkah season. It's the 5th night of Hanukkah. And, Drapes, he celebrates both. I'm not a religious guy at all, frankly, but I celebrate
holiday
both.
Fluid.
I'm holiday fluid. And I'm married to a Jew. So that's really where that comes from. But we got the 5th night of Hanukkah. The dog got a Hanukkah gift. I got my kids coming in. We're going away for a little vacay right before Santa's coming. But please give yourself a gift of just do 2 hours of impressions. I might do that. I might do maybe we could do like a show where it's just everybody. I could do a lot of impressions.
Oh, spin the wheel
spin the wheel. Yeah, spin the wheel. God. Spin the wheel. Oh my God. Is it too soon to do the Bray Wyatt? I feel like I can do it at this point.
I think you're fine to do that.
It's not like he's coming back. I mean,
I almost asked you to do it last week when we talked about him in the scene.
I was curious. I was like, I feel like I can do it now. I haven't done it, and a lot of people like the Kevin Owens, but I like Patreon because we get to do exclusive content, and it's just $5 a month. And if you haven't given a gift, give the gift to yourself. Go to patreon.com/spitballmedia. It's just $5. You have thousands of hours of exclusive content, B-Show.
Absolutely. It's Christmas time. If you're a hardworking dude, because a lot of you are,
yeah,
and you go to work every day, and you come home after a long-ass day's work and no one appreciates you, $5. Treat yourself. If no one's going to do it, you might as well. And guess what? Ladies, because there's some of you who listen to us, If that asshole goes to work all day, you're doing dishes, you got a job, you got kids, and he comes home and he doesn't lift a fucking finger, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
I'm
suck someone else's
all
dick.
bases here.
Nah, suck someone else's dick.
I'm not going that far. I'm not breaking up families.
That's what I tell them to do. I was that guy who they would go to. That's ironically in a previous life. But patreon.com/spitballmedia, $5. I just dropped a doozy last night with my brother Mike from the Necromaniacs, which coincidentally, B-Show, their 666 show dropped today. They dropped
Which is weird because I thought they usually wait till January.
Yeah, they wanted to drop it early because there was no other movies they were squeezing in. Gotcha. I have not listened. I'm going to listen to it. What is it? A lot of trans spitball fans.
We have one fan in particular.
We actually do have. Absolutely. We have some trans people very close to the show, friends of the show. That's Shoot, by the way. Because who doesn't like us? We're really nice, affable people, like everybody. But yeah, B-Show, my brother Mike from the Spitball Media and I covered a lot of horror television. Here's an interesting thing I had mentioned to him offline, just kind of casually. I was like, a lot of people know who you are. Maybe we could talk a little bit about Kevin. He was like, yeah, I'm not prepared to talk about that. Like, oh, sorry. We'll cut that right the fuck out. As far as that goes. Rich, I'm sorry, Rich's big announcement. He's dropping in there in the whole chat.
Yeah, let's get that now. So Rich tomorrow is going to be making an announcement, charity related, 10 p.m. on his channel, X's and O's of Life, or at Hey Now Rich Dow. So go obviously check them out.
Yes, and Rich Dow, thank you for your holiday holiday. What's
spreading his holiday cheer?
He spread holiday cheer. Thank you for the cheer, and of course
spread it all over our chest.
Yes. We spread it as only we could. B-Show, who's hanging out in the old chat room other than the Hey Now Rich Dow?
We got our buddy Marquise Johns.
What's up, Marquise? Happy holidays.
We got Chris Matthews.
The Chris Matthews.
We got Coke Hogan.
Coke Hogan.
I wonder if he snorts the line off his arm.
Yeah, he snorted off 24-inch lines.
There we go. We got Kyle Kazmarski.
Kyle, what's happening, Kyle?
We got, where'd he go? Donald Q. Stoney Esquire.
Always good to have a lawyer in the chat.
We got Emmanuel, I can't say it, Emmanuel Rojas.
Emmanuel Rojas, my hardcore friend. Boy, he's going to be excited for my announcement coming up soon when I drop that LP. I know he's going to be all over that.
Absolutely. We got Ryan Keefe.
The Ryan Keefe.
Yeah, someone else snuck in there.
Yeah, I know. I think we missed a couple of people. I want to shout out our good friend Young John. Send some good thoughts to him. Spoke to him earlier in the week. I want to shout out my good friend Jamie Pennycook. Spoke to him earlier in the week. And I want to thank Drew Yari for that latest graphic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking spectacular.
Let me pull it up for those of you who didn't
see it. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I actually made it my back, whatever the fuck, my wall. And I actually updated my profile pic to that picture where I'm high as fuck hanging out with my kids looking like HR from the Bad Brains, which the Bad Brains reposted, which is funny when you're white and you say you look like the singer of a Rastafarian hardcore group, and they love it and post it. But that's just awesome. Life. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, I am North African, so actually it's a kind of all.
You can claim it, yeah.
I totally can. I'm sorry, I think that's fucking tremendous.
I might have to change that to like the official thumbnail for our show.
It's great. It's fucking great. Like I sent it to the kids and they were like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "Yeah, isn't it cool?" They were like, "That's amazing." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." Cuz sometimes they throw me a prop, my kids. But next week we're going to be banging out that Tuesday night show, and the following Tuesday we do a little year in review. Yeah. I think we'll drop just a regular show because it is the 23rd, so I don't believe we'll have a post show. But B-Show, who are the three guys? That's funny. B-Show, will you be doing your solo show this weekend?
Yes, depending on how much we get into today. I've got a couple of things, kind of wrap up stuff that we haven't gotten to that I figured I could cover. And then I know we mentioned the Patreon. We might circle back on Cena just with everything that happened.
Yeah, I think we kind of probably throw it because of some stuff.
And I don't know how, depending on how deep we get into it, I might still have a little bit of a story because I watched it with my son and got to see it kind of through his eyes. So.
Oh, wow. Very different experience, which would be interesting to talk about. So, if Shah can get on, we still will keep the top 5 for next week. Very excited. Very, very, very excited. But what did I say? Jonathan Bryan, physical media guy.
They're still trying to figure out who the three guys on our poster were.
Yeah. It's 3 completely different people that have nothing to do with the show.
You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
You guessed it, Frank Stallone. God bless that Norm Macdonald.
Hmm.
But B-Show, are you excited for the top five? I revealed mine to my brother Mike. He was intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually a lot more excited for the top five than I was the bottom five. I know that
Yeah, top
sounds
five is
natural,
no
but
joke. Yeah.
I felt like my five really stood out from the moment I watched them, and there were five of the movies that I watched kind of earlier or halfway through the year,
Mhm.
and then everything else was just kind of filling in. And I know there's
Well,
still some stuff that I haven't seen, but I don't know. I feel like my top five is pretty action packed. So
yeah, my top three I could interchange at any time. Like honestly,
my
my
top
top
three,
three
yeah, absolutely.
easily. Like I could be like beep beep beep, doesn't matter.
Yep.
And my brother watched one of my top threes recently out of nowhere, and he goes, "Oh my fucking god!" And I go, "Yeah, right." He goes, "Jesus Christ, that was something." I go, "Yeah." If I go, more people need to see it because they don't know exactly how impactful this is. But that will be Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday, we will also be doing early shows just to stay away from the holiday times. We're hoping you'll hang out with us, and we appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. But we're going to start with a very, very terrible, terrible story, which is the number one story in entertainment. We're talking about the incredibly awful circumstances around the death of legendary director Rob Reiner and his wife, who were tragically murdered in their home by their own son. And this came to light, I believe, on Sunday. Already a day of many tragedies going on across the globe, literally. But Bisho, this was just wow. Like when this actually took place, this was extraordinary.
I didn't know what to make of it at first. I saw like Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Like, and the weird timing, I know you'll talk about this, but like the weird timing because we just talked about Spinal Tap like 3, 4 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And then I see like a white, what was it? It was like two people found at the house of Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Then it was
Initially, right.
like, then it was like Reiner and his wife found dead. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? And then it
Yeah.
was like their son and of course
Oh.
conspiracies abound. But
Yeah,
just
this
fucking
is a rough
rough,
one.
man.
This is a rough one. Now, I will rewind the clock here a little bit. When I was a boy, and I literally mean like 7, 8, 9 years old, network television ruled the world, the middle class, the lower class.
Yeah.
You generally only had three or four channels, generally three major channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, and you had affiliates. And Sunday night was a night where most networks around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock would start a movie from a few years ago with commercials edited and people watched it. But there was a groundbreaking show from the great Norman Lear called All in the Family, which was about a racist curmudgeon living in Queens with his hippie daughter in law and her hippie liberal boyfriend. And everyone watched this show, like all across life. Archie Bunker was a staple, played by the great Carol O'Connor. And the son in law was my first experience with Rob Reiner, who played Mike Gloria, the son in law. And I remember this like it was yesterday. And they would get into fights because Archie was incredibly right wing and racist, and Mike was a college grad, incredibly hippie, liberal, and he just called him Meathead all the time. Meathead, 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 Meathead. And then you fast forward to the 80s, and he transitions into this prolific director. And we could pull up the hits, B show, because they're legion. And it was always interesting to me seeing Meathead become this A-list director. Still acted, but that wasn't his thing. Just like Ron Howard when I was growing up, B show.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, let's look at some of these hits, B show, because my man's got some fucking bangers here as far as directing,
So we talked about Spinal Tap a few weeks ago, as I
which we
mentioned.
will segue to. I hate to shit on it, but we're gonna
Yeah.
segue to it.
Then there's The Princess Bride. See, I went until about 4 or 5 years ago, and I never realized that he directed The Princess Bride. Like
Yeah,
maybe four or
cult
five is a
movie.
little too generous, but yeah.
But a cult movie. I mean, just
Hmm.
a quote, and the original Spinal Tap being one of the first mockumentaries ever made,
Hmm.
which changed the genre there. And then B show, we're talking about movies like Stand by Me, which all three original cast members are touring the country right now, like doing live. All three men, the three living characters there, touring, watching the movie and answering questions and hanging out, and it's very successful. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, all three of them: Corey
What?
Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, and what's Lucas Haas, right? Lucas Haas, is that his name?
Think so?
I think so. Yeah, So that's happening. And then Bisho, we're talking about Misery. We're talking about A Few Good Men. We're talking about When Harry Met Sally. If he stopped there, Bisho, bangers.
I mean, these are some of the greatest contemporary classics of all time. I mean, let's see, we're at First Wives, not my type of movie, but First
Yeah,
Wives
Bisho, if
Club.
anything, because they're conflating his acting with this. If you could put Rob Reiner, director. I want to just, Will Wheaton, thank you. Lucas Haas is somebody else. Sorry. Okay. Guys, look at, not for nothing. I mean, look at this fucking list.
So yeah, Princess Bride, Stand By Me, Spinal Tap, Misery, A Few Good Men, When Harry Met Sally, The Bucket List, which I saw, wasn't
Big
bad.
movie. Big movie.
Yeah. North, which was a bomb, but critically people liked it.
Yeah. The American President was a big movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Michael Douglas?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good movie, actually. And he does a lot of relationship movies and things like that. I don't know why it's loading like this, but
I don't know. It's not coming up.
can you go to all what is that? Like all mode? I don't
That's
know.
all AI mode.
Oh, AI mode, not on.
Nah.
But I mean, be sure right off the bat, you got like 6 or 7 tremendous movies there.
Well, I mean, and that's
Ghost
what I'm saying.
Wait, he directed Ghosts of Mississippi? No, he didn't.
Looks like it. Let me check.
You're
Ghost
kidding. He did? That's a heavy movie, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, Rob Reiner.
Oh, that's
1997.
a banger, bro. That is a fucking banger. I had no idea. And Bisha, we're not even talking about his acting career.
No, in fact, like I'm still seeing scenes like he was in Wolf of Wall Street. I'm trying to remember, there was some more.
He was on the New
modern
Girl
stuff.
TV show. He was just playing somebody's dad on something too that I can't quite remember.
You know, and it's sad because, like, again, this is a guy that I knew as Meathead because I used to watch reruns on Nick at Night. Ah, yo, Meathead. Like,
Arch!
Yeah.
Arch,
you dumb. I'm not going to listen to you calling me.
Gloria, shut the meathead up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Archie, don't talk to the Meathead that way.
Ma, you called me meathead. Which, by the way, I look a little like Rob Reiner.
Oh, my God. But no, it's like, I didn't realize that he, like, when I started watching his movies, I didn't realize it was the same guy until I was older.
Yeah.
And just not only his talents as a director, because he's directed a ton of hits.
Oh, my God.
But he's a great actor, too. Great comedic
he was a great
timing, great
he was
delivery, great voice.
Great way to, yeah. And listen, we're not going to do the politics thing here, but I will say this. Unlike a lot of people who have his politics, he was not mean. He went on fucking Laura Loomer's fucking show on Fox because she took a shit on him. And then that's why you saw right-wing people in Hollywood like Rob Schneider, like James Wood, in tears, absolute tears. He stood up for Charlie Kirk like vehemently.
Which that's the thing that pissed me off is after standing up for Charlie Kirk, the shit people are saying about Rob Reiner now.
And then and look, again, I'm not going to get into what the president did with him. I find it absolutely reprehensible. But unlike a lot of people who had his politics, he didn't use it as a means to diminish a person, to shit on them. You know what I mean? He would go on Bill Maher. They would argue and stuff like that. Like he was on there not that long ago, I think, for Spinal Tap 2. And I'm just going to get this out of the way, B-Show, because I do feel really, really conflicted about this. Spinal Tap 2 was a fucking abortion floor mess. And I watched it the day he died. And I had the tweet and the post ready to go angrily because I love Spinal Tap so much of how out of touch he was. And I'm so glad that I didn't post it. And that was the first thing I thought about. And I said to my wife, because this was Sunday evening we found out. And Sunday afternoon, I was high as fuck eating eating frozen pizza and watching Spinal Tap 2 with the dog. And I was furious. I was so furious about this. And I'm so grateful that I didn't do this. I find what happened to him to be just one of the most awful things. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I found his career to be so extraordinary, B-Show. This guy gave a lot to the industry.
Well, I think that was one of the interesting things I'd seen. And honestly, I've tried to stay away from the news cycle lately just because of, I'll just say everything. Just because of everything. But, like, I think someone asked James Woods, like, oh, how do you like that man? And he was like, I owe that man my career. He gave me a chance when nobody else would.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to the man he is. Because, look, we all had Twitter before Blue Sky and before all the liberal, activist fucking split.
Right.
Rob Reiner said a lot of shit on
Yeah,
Twitter
he said
that
a
was
lot of dumb
activist.
shit I don't agree
Yeah.
with, but it never made me regret the joy I got from
Yeah, and
his talent.
it wasn't in bad faith. It was, and I hate that
Yeah.
word, but it wasn't in bad faith. It wasn't degradation. It wasn't
No.
insulting or
No.
demeaning. It was just how can blah blah blah. This is my point.
Didn't South Park take a pretty big shit on him too a bunch of years ago? I think they did.
They might have. Did they
I'm
mess
pretty
with
sure
him
they did.
in Team America with the Film Actors Guild, or did they
I
leave him
know
out of
I
that?
feel like they took a shit on him, but
They might
again,
have.
like but they take a shit on everybody and so forth. I just, I got very upset, especially when I heard the conditions under which he was
Hmm.
murdered. His wife, his daughter found them. His daughter fucking found
Yeah.
him, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, where is humanity? Like, oh, By the way, if you've never seen Ghost of Mississippi, that's a fucking great movie. That's a great fucking movie. Bisho, if you had to pick one above all of these, it's a tough thing to say, but if you had to pick one of all those movies above them all, it's a tough call, isn't it?
Sentimental, probably Princess Bride, but maybe A Few Good Men, just because of the performances in
Yeah,
that. Could you imagine?
yeah.
Could you imagine being him trying to direct Nicholson and Tom Cruise and Demi Moore and whoever else is in the movie? Oh my God!
Well, yeah, even in smaller roles, Kiefer Sutherland, Kevin Bacon,
Yeah, fuck.
Kevin Pollak, I mean, and this was for people that don't know, A Few Good Men. One of the reasons why it's such a dramatically powerful film is because it's a play, and it was shot like a play, and that's why there's not a lot of characters. You also have that late great character actor who played the lieutenant who killed himself. That
Oh
guy was in a
shit!
lot of
Yeah.
movies in the 80s, I mean, but then you look at Misery and how
Hmm.
it's kind of a fucking perfect movie in a lot of ways. And Kathy Bates came out of nowhere, and that scene where she whacks his leg, like, and then you think of Stand by Me, just the fucking timelessness of it, man.
Like what? What? Who between the ages when Stand by Me came out? Who during that time? Who was between the ages of like 10 and 18? Saw that movie and
I was
didn't have
going
an
to be a senior. I
experience.
was a junior in high school that summer, and our best friend was moving to New Jersey,
Wow.
so we all went and saw it. I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I could be wrong, but I believe Rob Reiner is a uncle of the Cusacks, and that's why you see John Cusack in an uncredited role there
Hmm.
as the brother who died. Or I think he had, or at least he had an uncredited role. I believe they might be related in some capacity. I could be wrong there, but my dad really loved those movies. Spinal Tap, the original, is so beautiful and wonderful, and I like Princess Bride. I do. It's
Hmm.
so overhyped. Like it really is. It's incredibly
It's become
Princess.
a thing.
It's a thing for generations now, and it's just such a wonderful thing. So our hearts really are broken from this, and I'm glad we did get a chance to give him some flowers today. I will never, I will never ever forget seeing some of those films, including When Harry Met Sally, which is a great fucking movie, and it's a great movie to watch at Christmas. It's such a New York movie, like that scene where Meg Ryan comes in the fake comes in the diner. I mean, it's
Hmm.
just you have all these B show. You got these. You can't handle the truth from Few Good Men. Kathy Bates hitting the leg and fucking,
Hmm.
Chopper sick balls and Stand by Me. Like the cum scene, the sandwich scene in the diner and fucking When Harry Met Sally. This alone is like incredible career.
And that's what I was getting at with A Few Good Men is, Nicholson. Obviously, he's a writer mentally, and that's part of the reason why he's such a good
Yeah.
performer because
Oh
he
yeah,
knows
he's
what to
well,
do
well
with the
more than an
material.
actor. Way more than an actor.
Yeah, and think of those key moments that collaboration between actor and director because of what
Yeah.
what a director actually does,
What a
and to get
powerhouse.
and to get those kind of performances out of people, and how many of those iconic movies or moments that you have.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, some directors don't have any. Good directors, some have one or two iconic moments, and we're talking
Yeah.
about what probably six top tier movies over the course
Oh
of
yeah,
25
six
years
maybe in the top 50
of all
American-made
time.
films of all time. I
Yep.
mean, and he still was making movies, and he still was acting. He was just played somebody's dad in something. I can't recall what it was that I saw recently. I feel like whenever they need a Jewish dad, he was like the go-to guy, and that's like his role there. But like what he said when Charlie Kirk died, he said, "I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Christ." And I was like, "Wow, this is fucking powerful, fucking thing to say." I'm very sad by this. It's heartbreaking, and I saw some of the discourse and it made me a little sick. So, but I would
Yeah.
like to move on from that as much as possible. But we had to talk about it since it was such a big story, B, and it did just happen this week, and I'm sure this is going to be in the news cycle. The son is going to be tried. I believe he went to rehab 17 times, guys. 17 times.
Could you imagine? Because I think about sometimes with my kids, when you hear about people of that get into trouble and you think, Jesus Christ, I couldn't even fathom having to deal with my kids having an issue with drugs or mental health or something to that extent.
Yeah.
To the point where this guy's in his 40s, I think he was, his son,
Yeah, he's
still
got
living
three
with him.
kids. One of his daughters played one of the girls in League of Their Own. Did he direct a League of Their Own?
No, 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 no.
Well, his daughter is one of the leads in that. She's Betty Spaghetti. She's I saw that in movies
Oh,
too.
shit.
Yeah, his older daughter, his younger daughter, who's kind of really good looking. She found. She's the one I think who found them.
Penny Marshall directed that movie.
The great Penny Marshall. She's gone
Yes.
too.
Yes.
She's gone too.
But no, fuck, where were
And
we
let's
at? I'm
not
sorry.
forget, Bisho is he's the son of Carl Reiner, prolific
That's right.
comedic director,
Yes.
partner with Mel Brooks, just timeless.
Director, he directed The Jerk.
Oh my God, Carl
He was
Reiner
he was in
was
Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 as the senior.
Carl Reiner.
Yeah,
Wow. Oh
I
my
think he
God,
was.
Carl Reiner. Wow, that's amazing. That's just incredible too. You have this father and son with these tremendous Hollywood careers.
Yeah, he was like the old him
I
and
think I know. Yeah,
here's him and
I
Brad Pitt.
remember.
He was like the old burglar, old time
Yes, he
cat burglar. Yeah,
died in it. Like he died in it in character, and they like dedicated things to him and all that stuff. Like, yeah, this guy. Well, his career was pretty spectacular too. As far as that goes, he
I'm not as
his
familiar with his filmography.
yeah. I mean, well, did he do The Man with Two Brains? What is that? He did.
Yeah, The Man with Two Brains, Steve
Yeah, he had
Martin.
that old school vaudevillian almost kind of comedy. As far as that goes.
Well, and it
Uh,
looks like him and Steve Martin collaborated quite a bit in that late '70s type of era.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see him mentoring Steve Martin and his partnership with Mel Brooks. Like they were like best friends and they like
Hmm.
collaborated together and stuff like that. Yeah, I forgot about Carl Reiner. Um, wow. Yeah, I mean he had a different level career. He didn't
Yeah.
he didn't he didn't make those kind of movies. Like you know what I mean? Although the Jerk, dude, Bisho, your dad made the Jerk. That's a lot to live up to.
Oh my, that movie!
Imagine
I'll
your
tell you
dad
what.
made the Jerk and you wanted to be a director and you're like, oh fuck.
That's some big shoes to fill, man. Not gonna
Well,
lie.
he made Spinal Tap.
Hmm.
I mean, like, he made Spinal Tap.
Matthews says he was in rehab 18 times by the time he was 22.
Oh my God.
Oof.
Yeah, look, I hate to be that guy, but he looks a little fucking bananas. I mean, he just looks like an unwell person. You know, Apparently they were at Conan O'Brien's home and they got into an argument over something with Bill Hader that Bill Hader, the actor, a big fan of Bill, said, and this got him in a mental state to the point where he, um, you know, committed fratricide there. Just unthinkable, guys. Just absolutely unthinkable, especially holiday season. And by the way, Sunday was a very dark day. Between Australia and the day before the shooting, and then we had, it was just a very dark weekend. Ah, it's just the world's a dark place. But we want to change it up here a little bit. We have some banger trailers we want to get to, but I wanted to play this clip, and I really wanted to play this clip on the show. Now, I'll say this clip is probably about 8 or 9 years ago, and I could be a little off, just judging from but it doesn't matter how long ago the clip was. So, sometimes you'll have Vanity Fair or the Hollywood Reporter get famous men and women together and have a round table and talk about the industry. Now, I don't know about you, B Show. I like these things because I follow Hollywood pretty close. I like to see the fourth wall broken. If you're going to have Ryan Gosling sitting with Harrison Ford, sitting across from Seth Rogen, sitting across from Denzel Washington, talking about the craft, I'm present. I'm ready to watch that. But there was a very interesting thing that took place with some actors. You'll recognize them all. With Robert Duvall, who is probably pushing 80 at this point, he's sitting next to Ryan Gosling. He's sitting across from James Franco and I believe Jesse Eisenberg. And they're
Yes.
talking about directors. If you haven't, this is the Hollywood Reporter. It's not a terribly long clip, but I would like you to listen to what happens at this clip. And I want you to keep a close eye on Ryan Gosling because this is one of the funniest goddamn things you're going to see. And we're going to play it for you now.
To say that 48 takes were bad and 2 were good, it's kind of hard. Are you always that hard on yourself?
Yeah, I usually keep. I mean, I've been in like 2 movies. I'm embarrassed to say this in this room, but
But I'm going to ask the other people.
I usually keep like a.
Fincher would.
He's referring to
do
David
15
Fincher.
Takes regularly on each.
Who's the director?
David Fincher.
Yeah.
You don't want to work with him.
No. It's an incredible experience.
But are you
Is that
always
Ruffalo
that
back
critical?
Yeah,
of
it's
yourself?
Ruffalo.
Yeah, usually more so. I mean, I did a movie 2 years ago. I kept like.
He turns to Gosling.
And you seem shocked that the director would do that many takes.
Let me say, can I say one thing? To me, the great Stanley Kubrick
Yeah.
was an actor's enemy.
Well, he did 100 takes.
He was
per
an
shot.
actor's enemy. And I can point to movies that he's done, the worst performances I've ever seen in movies.
Which
And
one?
yet-
Look at Gosling.
The Shining, what's the one about the Clockwork Orange?
Look at this.
Terrible performances. Maybe it was great movies, but they're terrible performances. How does he know the difference between the first take and the 70th take? I mean, what is that about?
Well,
Even Brando did 40 takes, 60 takes on that. I said, why would you do that? He said, well, the guy, the guy's.
Brando did on which film?
Yeah, with
The Fugitive Kind, right?
the burning. I mean, why would why would anybody do that? I mean, commercials you do that, but I mean, maybe it helped you. I don't
At
know.
what point do you say
I don't
no?
wanna be judgmental.
Okay. Dude, first of all, fucking hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just hilarious because, okay, you see the younger guys don't want to say it, like, don't want to do that, right? Because they don't have the clout that Robert Duvall has. Robert Duvall is on a different level than Jesse Eisenberg, than Mark Ruffalo, and they recognize that. But not going to lie, B-Show, he's kind of right.
Yeah, because we've talked about this before too, and how crazy that, like, I think Drew asked us about pretentious artists, and we're like, I think you have to have a little bit of pretentious in you to be a good artist. But taking it to that point of like screaming at Shelley Duvall because she didn't say a word correctly, it didn't fit in with your blah blah blah, like that's a little bit of an asshole. I'm sorry. And the thing that I noted was I don't know if it's generational. And I think you hit on it. It's the hierarchy part of it too.
Yeah.
Like you see these young actors and they're kind of angsty and like anxious and oh my God, I'm nervous. I
Sure.
want to get 100 takes. I want to get it right. I want to please. And Robert Duvall's old school and he's just like, fuck that guy. 100 takes. What horse shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's refreshing. And I hope that like as people get older, they start to develop that.
Sure.
But it's some of that old school, like that sounds like something maybe Gene Hackman would say, but with a little bit more polish on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
like,
I
that-
see both sides of it, though, B-Show,
Yeah.
because the idea of the director is to get the best cut of everything all the time. And unless you have a lot to compare it to, how do you know? But what to Duvall's, and it's a double-edged sword, because Duvall goes, how the fuck do you know the difference between the number 2 and number 48?
That's what I was going to say. If you're doing 8 or 10 takes, I get that. If you're doing 70 takes of Wendy walking up the stairs toward Jack Nicholson, that's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and Fincher, by the way, everyone says this about Fincher. Like everyone says this about Fincher. Now, I'm not going to agree that there's bad performances in A Clockwork Orange, that there's bad performances in The Shining. I'm never going to agree with that. But he did have an interesting perspective because he said, those are great movies, sure, but those aren't great performances. And I'm like, maybe there's some validity there. Like it's a slippery slope, right? Because like, again, how do you know the difference between number 2 and number 48? Well, maybe that's why he's the director and we're not, right? I mean, arbitrarily.
Yeah, maybe, but the other side of that is what Ryan brought up, and I was thinking this when I watched it yesterday. It's like, if you're that good a director, do you need 172 takes?
Oof. See, this is what I'm saying. It's a double-edged fucking sword. It's just so fascinating to me. Yeah, I just thought this was an interesting perspective, again, because you're not going to sit there and say Stanley Kubrick wasn't a great director.
No,
But
not
when
at
he
all.
said, but you also have to think Robert Duvall Bisho comes from that elite class of method, Stanislavski, Lee Strasberg. I'm talking about the Brandos, the De Niros, the Pacinos, the Duvalls, the Harvey Keitels, the fucking Meryl Streeps, the Diane Keatons. These are singular people. These are just absolutely the cream of the crop of people. And I guarantee you that it would be very difficult to get 70 takes from a Robert De Niro, whether it's a 30-year-old Robert De Niro or a 60-year-old Robert De Niro. Because or even like a Denzel. Imagine telling Denzel Washington to do 70 takes.
Well, here's the thing, too, because I think we talked about this maybe before. Rickles.
I know. Coke Hogan's like, Shah needs to be here. Shah would be furious.
I know.
He'd be furious.
Rickles, man. Rickles. There's clips of Rickles giving Robert De Niro shit on
Making fun of him.
Casino.
Yeah.
Because he's like, not only is he like super, super serious in method, but he's also like reading his lines. And he's like kind of giving him shit. It's like, what the fuck do you not know your lines for? I prepared. I'm not even the head in this picture and I know my fucking shit. And
Yeah.
so like, I don't know, maybe if you got a situation like that where it's a good actor, but you think they're maybe phoning it in or you can get more out of them, and you get it little by little, and then finally, okay, you got it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think.
Do you think with the modern crop, the younger people, and we have some good younger actors, absolutely, can't say we don't. Do you think a director can get away with telling some of these younger people, like an Emma Stone or like,
No.
like to do 100 takes?
I don't think so. Because like,
I don't
look,
think so either.
let's take it back to wrestling too, because we draw some parallels there. Think of
sure.
the ways people used to be trained, or like even in the mid 2000s. Like I think, what was her name? Candice Michelle pissed off Victoria, and Victoria broke her fucking face.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that shit today. There'd be lawsuits, and they're abusive, and the unsafe working conditions.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
saying
you
it's
see
right or
receipts like you used to. I mean, that's probably true, right?
No, and you could probably only get away with it. One, I hate to say this, but I don't want to infantilize, but the guys can probably get away with it a little bit more because it's a little bit more
I'm sure they
snug.
could. Yeah, I'm sure.
And only certain guys, because I'm sure there's an understanding of who can take it and who is going to cause a scene. So
Yeah, and also, Kubrick didn't have somebody go back to their trailer, go on social media, and take a shit on him either.
yeah,
So there's that aspect of it. But I thought that was fat. I just Gosling looks at Ruffalo, and Ruffalo's like not even making eye contact. Like, I'm not fucking getting involved in this because no actor wants to go on the thing and take a shit on Stanley Kubrick. Because here's what's going to happen: the other directors are going to hear that and go, "I'm not fucking working with this motherfucker."
well, they were talking about Nolan too, and he's still around. So
Yeah. Nolan does a lot of takes too. He's not a 50. I think you need a bunch of takes. I do. I think you need a bunch of takes because you got to see. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Let's just try it this way. Okay, we'll try it this way, and then we'll say, all right, let's go back to the other way, and then we'll in post we'll put it together. I mean, it's a fascinating gig. It really is a fascinating gig, the director.
well,
It just
and
is the
it
greatest.
depends too, because like if you're like, fuck, there's something there. I can feel it. We're getting there. Can you do it again? Like I get that attitude, but I have a feeling the what's his name? Kubrick is like because we've seen him before. All right, now do it again, but don't suck. Like to me, there's a difference between
David Lynch too. David Lynch did that shit too.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
It's funny because like having played sports in high school, there are some coaches who were complete dicks and had you do shit 10, 11, 12 times. And you're like, fuck this asshole. If I got to do it again, I'm going to punch him with my helmet.
Absolutely.
But then you have other coaches where you would like crawl through garrote or racer wire because they're good to you or they treat you, they motivate you, whatever. So I guess it just depends on who.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. My father did basic training in the South in 1957. You know what they also didn't like in the South? Anybody who wasn't Southern and white.
Yeah.
They didn't like Italian New Yorkers very much. Let's just leave it at that. And his drill sergeant was a redneck to the grave. This is when we had a draft. So they're teaching hundreds of guys all the time. And they were belittling people. And one of the guys, Italian guy, Northeast Italian guy, he used to torture a lot, and he would cry, and it would get to him. So he wanted to fight him. And the sergeant would dress him down and be like, I know you want to hit me. He goes, you're lucky I don't hit you, blah, blah. And then by the time they graduated basic, he was bawling in his arms. Thanking him for everything. And, my father told me that. And it was just like, because that's because he felt like, wow, you pushed me to my limit and I didn't break, and you knew I wasn't going to break. And now I'm a fucking soldier, and he was like sobbing, like deep sobbing. All these men that wanted to kill him, that they were, my father said they were men that were plotting to murder him in the barracks at night. That they would be like, if he says one more thing, if he calls me this, if he calls me that, if he talks about my mother, if he talks about my wife, I'm going to fucking stab him and all that stuff. And my father's like, I'm not fucking stabbing anybody. And then he goes, every one of those guys at the end of basic at graduation, literally almost bowed to him. And he knew it, because he knew what he was doing. So that is, take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, we have 3 very interesting trailers to run that I'm excited to run through. One of them is a bit of a fucking, I didn't know about this. I think we may have talked about this a little bit, but there is a new Dracula. And it's a fascinating looking Dracula. And then we have 2 big ones to go through. We're talking big. But I wanted to go through this Dracula one first, B-Show, because we have not had a solid ass Dracula in quite some time.
No, and I wouldn't consider Nosferatu Dracula, even though it is, technically.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz, wasn't he just in Frankenstein?
Yes, he was, B-Show, and he is the star. I mean, he's a 2-time Academy Award winner, so I guess he's the star of this new Dracula, and we're gonna check it out right now.
All right.
My order has been studying this for 400 years.
Oof, that's a nice shot.
And you're the first
Oh,
to
that
have
looks good.
captured a
Love that
specimen
castle.
alive.
Oh shit.
These creatures are the result of a divine curse.
Is it a female vampire? Oh, Shah's
Oh,
here.
let's pause it. Let's pause it. Shah, we're gonna watch some trailers.
Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys. Shit is getting crazy.
Yeah. So we were just talking a little bit about the death of Rob Reiner, but the murder of Rob Reiner. But we got 3 banging trailers. We told the audience we're gonna save the final 5 for Tuesday.
Yeah, I got my final 5. I just yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it Tuesday. We're gonna bang it out on Tuesday.
All right.
On Tuesday day. But Shah, did we discuss there was a new Dracula?
I did not know that there's a new one coming out now. I did see like the thumbnail go up on my YouTube. So I was aware of it, but I didn't know until yesterday.
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people, we just brought this up a minute ago. A lot of people had no idea there was another Dracula with Christoph Waltz as like the star. Kind of insane. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of nuts. So we're going to check this out.
You would think we would know in advance, like a year, that there's a Dracula.
Well, the thing is, we just saw him in Frankenstein, like Bisho said. So this is a little odd. I don't know, like, what's going on here.
I feel like we mentioned maybe a couple weeks ago, we caught wind that it was coming because we said, wait a minute. I think we had this conversation.
Yeah, but we didn't know.
He's in Dracula.
I didn't know it was shot, and there's a trailer now that came out this week. Yeah. So anyway, Shah, we're going to check out this Dracula trailer.
My order has been studying this for 400 years. And you're the first to have captured a specimen alive.
These creatures are the result of a divine curse.
I don't know, but I love his accent. Result of a divine curse.
What exactly did I capture?
A vampire.
Oh, I like this.
For 400 years now, we've been looking for the source.
Here you are.
He comes to find his princess.
I mean, this looks like Dracula. Shah.
Count Dracula. Centuries ago,
I asked God for one favor. I will fight in his name. But I ask him to spare my wife. He took my princess. Tell your God that until he brings me back my wife, my life no longer belongs to him.
Whoa.
Pure souls can be reincarnated. Since then, I have lived on, waiting for her return. She's in danger.
Oh, this is whatchamacallit? What the fuck's this guy's name?
Let them come.
He's got a French name.
It's a French guy, yeah.
Yeah.
We succeed in destroying this demon. All those who he's
not
bitten
Besson,
will be
is it?
freed
Luc
from the
Besson?
curse.
Is it Luc Besson? I'm gonna look
God
it up.
sent you here to kill me.
God sent me here to save you.
And they just call it. Bisho, can we pull up the shot? But this looks just like Dracula.
So I was gonna say, there's the one shot that we just saw, the wide shot of like the army on the top of the hill. That's directly taken from Bram Stoker's Dracula, like identical. Like that shot is in Dracula.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
And even him.
It
in
looks
the
really
top
good
hat.
though. Like I'll be honest,
I
man,
think it
I'm
looks
more
good.
excited-
I'm just saying it doesn't look original.
Yeah, no, I'm more excited about this than Frankenstein, to be honest with you, man. Like,
Bisho, can
this
we
looks
pull up
better.
just pull up the credits though? Because
It's Luc Besson, yeah.
it's Luke, but who plays Dracula? I recognize as a young actor.
Hang on, I've got IMDb, but for some reason it's.
Yeah, Shah, I think this looks good.
I'm shocked we don't know about this because this looks like a
This is
big
what
budget
people.
movie.
It's
Like,
Luc Besson. It's fucking Christoph Waltz.
Caleb Landry Jones.
He's been in some shit.
Oh, he's the skeezy looking dude from. He was in Twin Peaks. Is that the brother from
looks familiar.
the brain transplant movie? Jordan Peele. Get Out.
Maybe,
Is he the-
yeah.
is he the
I think you're
skeezy
right.
brother from
Hold
that?
on. Let's see his credentials there. Hold on. It's a big role for this kid. He's in Sinners? The fuck is he in Sinners?
I don't know. Where do you see that at?
I thought I saw. Oh no,
No,
sorry,
it says
different.
More to
Movies
Explore.
to explore. Okay, I was like,
X-Men First Class, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, Finch, Nitram,
I've seen a bunch
Here we
of
go.
these movies.
Dracula, Harvest, Dogman, Finch, The Forgiven, Nitram, Vienna and the Phantoms,
Okay.
The Outpost, The Dead Don't Die,
Oh, I see
Kindness
the
of
Dead Don't Die.
Strangers. Yeah, maybe
Jim
this isn't the
Jarmusch.
guy I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Shah,
It is. Get Out.
Oh, it is. Get Out. Okay, it is the brother in Get Out. Shah, I would check this out. I'm good with this.
When is this coming out?
It just says winter.
Oh, okay.
Now, when was the last time Luc Besson did a movie? Does anybody know? Because he was kind of hot shit there for a minute.
Shit. I
What
can't
else
tell
did he
you the
do other
last
than
one.
Fifth Element?
Recently or in general?
No, I mean other than Fifth Element, what's he known for?
I think that's his biggest movie, but I would use Wikipedia other than IMDb because it's easier to fucking. I'm just curious. I don't want to. Luc
Shit,
Besson.
Lucy,
I never seen Lucy, but what else did he do there?
Leon, Valerian, and the City of.
Oh fuck! He did The Professional, Shah,
I think I've
and
ever seen that.
La Femme Nikita.
What?
He did
Where's
some
the
big-
professional
yeah.
you're looking at?
The Professional. He did. It was. You guys never seen The Professional? That's.
Oh, is that
Nah.
with James Woods and Stallone?
No, it's with fucking. It's with the French actor and a young Natalie Portman. Where he has to,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
You never seen The Professional, Shah?
No, never even heard of it.
Oh,
Jean
wow!
Reno.
It's a fucking great movie, man. This is a controversial movie. I don't want to. This is a controversial movie, but it's a great fucking movie. It's an amazing. Gary Oldman is legendary in this fucking movie. Legendary in this goddamn movie. Don Stoney said Rocky Dennis as Dracula. Ouch.
Which I can't argue there.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Anyway, we got another banger here, Shah. I'm excited you're here for this. The Steven Spielberg Alien movie trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, it's going to creep you the fuck out. This looks so goddamn good. People were bugging the fuck out. Got dropped earlier this week. What is this movie called again? You guys know?
Disclosure.
Disclosure?
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Oh boy. Shah, you haven't seen this, right?
I actually did see it. It's the only trailer
Michelle,
I've
did you
seen.
see it?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it with you guys. Let's check it out now. This is the upcoming Steven Spielberg Aliens movie. My God, I'm excited.
I think we've been waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah, no, I'm already like bugging out. Can we make this a little bigger, B, or no?
If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you?
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today.
Jesus. First of all, how great does Emily
let's-
Blunt look? Jesus.
And
fuck.
that's how I know I'm getting older, is I'm really into good-looking moms.
Today's.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
People have a right to know the truth. It belongs to 7 billion people.
What is it?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. So I'm gonna show you.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world. All at once.
I'm bugging out, dude. Oh, it comes out in the summer? Awesome.
People keep wondering,
Like how the corn and the wheat's laying down. Yeah.
encountering the unknown.
They're coming! They're coming!
Wow. They are starved for the truth.
Do you think there
Damn.
could be others? Why would he make such a vast universe?
That's awesome.
Yet save it only for us?
Jesus Christ. Wow. Shah, what's your take, man?
I'm either gonna love it or hate it. Slightly disappointed in how heavily it's CGI'd. I feel like everything in this movie looks like CGI. Even the fucking walls look like CGI.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? I just wish they would have given us like an alien hand or something, just so I can kind of get teased. Because I'm afraid that we're gonna end up with like iRobot looking aliens or some dumb shit like that. Like I just want to make sure it's like an actual full-fledged alien movie and not like some, Fifth Element type of thing. Which I like Fifth Element. I just want to make sure it's like actual aliens.
B-Show?
Looks good though. I mean, it's Steven Spielberg, man.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a great trailer. I mean, Do
You think it's a horror movie though?
Horror movie? No, I think
do
it's a
you think it's
sci-fi
horror?
movie, but it's a great trailer. I mean, like, I'm excited for it. And of course, Spielberg. B-Show, what were you going to say there?
No, I mean, other than the obvious CG, like the concepts of it look good. So I'm okay with like the robin and the deer. Like you can tell it's generated, whatever. But like the concepts are really cool. Like everything coming together. The only thing I will say is it did kind of remind me of Signs a little bit with the sound because they had the cackling over the baby monitor in Signs. Obviously there's religious iconography mixed in, but then again.
Yeah.
If
That
you
was
have
an interesting
aliens coming
choice.
to town, I'm sure people are going to start getting
Aliens
existential.
are coming to town.
So I think they're going to already be among us, and that's the disclosure.
Oh my God. That was my thing.
Sorry. Shit.
I think they've been here and they've lived here and they don't know that that's what they are, which by the way is kind of what happened at the end of Battlestar Galactica. But, that's with the Cylons, but that's another episode. I don't know that we have time for that. But yeah, Shah, that's my take of this is the reason why we're not seeing aliens is because we are the aliens.
That's also what I'm afraid of. Is that like the aliens end up being like regular human beings or something, and then it's like, oh fuck, really, dude? Like, give me some gray, skinny, anorexic, Ethiopian-looking aliens. Like, that's what I want, man. I like the skinny gray ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, look, we don't know. We're totally speculating here, but it's a big summer blockbuster for Spielberg. I think, guys. I think this is going to be a big movie.
Question. Given the subject matter and given the fact of what we've been dealing with the past year or two, doesn't this seem like another kind of, not to Alex Jones it up in here, but predictive programming again? Where we've been talking about aliens
reveal and all this stuff. I mean, I don't know, because it's
Are they trying to tell us something? Not to be David Icke or anything, but like, are they among us?
Look, it's long established now that our government is saying, that we have these things, we don't know what the fuck they are. We've known about them, we've covered it up. We're telling you, it's not like, they're crash landing. Do you guys ever find it fascinating that these things don't crash, though, Shah? Like, why don't they crash?
Well, they might crash all the time. We just don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought people figured out that the drones that happened last year that no one could figure out was fucking Palantir.
What do you mean Palantir? Like
the company, the defense contractor.
Oh yeah. Of course it is. I mean, of course it's defense contracting.
I mean, the idea that aliens exist, I don't think they need to tease us anymore, man. There's pretty much damn near concrete proof at this point that, like, shit goes on. The government doesn't tell us about it. Like, we don't know what they are. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I mean,
and to be honest with you, dude, how large the universe is. Like, if you sit around and you honestly think we're the only things that ever exist in this whole gigantic universe, like you're a little delusional, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they've been here. Or
I agree.
I do think they've been here. I think they actually used to be here. Like I'm one of those kind of conspiracy theorists that goes into the whole, Atlantis might have been a thing, and there might have been ancient civilizations that were built by aliens, pyramids, all that. Like I do believe a lot of that stuff, man. Just
ancient
aliens. It's not even that far-fetched, to be honest with you. I mean, if you go into the Mayan pyramids and the Egyptian pyramids, there's literal UFOs painted on there. I mean, like
chariots of the gods, man.
Yeah, like chariots of the gods. Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
With actual flying saucers, like they look identical to what we see like today.
Well, also you have to remember, guys, time is linear here, right? So it moves in a direction. If you're in another universe, time might not exist at all. So the pyramids, the 50s, if you're not from this, if you're not a part of this solar system, linear time might not even exist for you. So, like, you might be an eternal thing that just bounces through galaxies, and maybe you'll be back in 1,000 years when everybody's AI, and fucking, living underground. But we got
like
a banger. Yeah, that's right. We have a bang. Listen, I don't mark out that much. I'm going to mark out for this trailer because I don't know much about what's going to happen, but I am an OG video game person, and I love Street Fighter. And I was a Street Fighter movie apologist, primarily because Raul Julia was a friend of my dad's. And he made more money making that movie than any movie. And he made that movie when he was dying of cancer because he wanted to make sure he had money for his family. Which, this has come up before, but my father's business partner at his job was first cousins with Raul Julia. They were raised like brother and sister in Puerto Rico. And I actually had dinner with Raul Julia's family when I was in Puerto Rico on the Arm. It was a nice restaurant. But I never got to meet Raul. My father was at Raul Julia's service, sitting next to De Niro and Meryl Streep at the Joe Papp Theater in the Village. But this Street Fighter teaser trailer dropped. And it looks AI. It does. But I'm excited because it looks fucking bananas. And I wanted to play it for you guys. Bisha, what is this Egyptian thing you're showing me?
That's the painting I was talking about, the UFO painting.
Chariots of the Gods. Yeah, it's a UFO right there. It's clear as day. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's insane. That's from thousands of years ago, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, literally thousands of years ago. Yeah. But have either of you watched the Street Fighter trailer?
I have not, no.
Bisha, have you watched it?
No, but I've heard it's god awful dog shit, so I can't wait to dig in.
Well, but it looks banana. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is. The director is a guy who does the Eric Andre show, so I think this looks like a fever dream. Like, I take a lot of edibles on the weekends. Like, this looks like something I would project in my mind, but it's batshit crazy. Oh, Mike Roach, what's up? He said, Bisho, he said you're looking like a young Russell Crowe.
I saw that. I don't know.
It's a compliment.
I know it's a compliment.
He was
I don't take those well.
He's a coxman. Anyway, Shah, this is a teaser for the next year's Street Fighter movie.
Oh shit! I had it pulled up. Where'd it go?
Like everyone in their mothers in this movie. Look how crazy this looks like.
Look how yoked that Zangief dude is, too, by the way. Yeah, is that David Chalmaine?
Yeah. There's Cody Rhodes. You might want to lower it. You might want to lower that.
Hey, Chung Lee. Oh my god.
So this is not the trailer that I saw. The trailer I saw had everybody's credited, like 50 Curtis Jackson as Balrock and all this other shit.
Well, we'll figure it out.
And it had Cody Rhodes as Guile. I mean, this is a crazy movie because you got like Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, 50 Cent, Andrew Schultz, Jason Momoa. The guy who played in the Snake Eyes movie, Storm Shadow. He's good. He was from a TV show.
Well,
But
the
this
other
looks
one
like
I'm looking at is the same exact one that we just saw. So
no way. There was one. There's a different one where it literally lists the characters.
well,
I mean, it's not like Mortal Kombat, Shah. I think they're going for more like a crazy fever dream, like stoner vibe.
Well, to be honest with you, man, I actually, and again, I see what Don Stoney is saying. This does look like goofy shit.
Yeah.
I think this looks. I'm more excited about this than like a second Mortal Kombat, to be honest with you, because I like how this is like. Yeah, this is like full blown going batshit crazy. This is doing exactly what I wanted, where it's really, steering into the whole gimmicks heavy. Whereas like Mortal Kombat, almost started to, I don't know, man, detach itself from all the gimmicks in a way.
Got too serious.
Yeah, it got too serious. This one looks goofy. Like I kind of like it. Reminds me of like the '80s vibe. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like too modern. I don't know, man. I like it. I like the cast too. I think it's got a unique cast.
Yeah, it's got
I think
a crazy
for the
cast.
most part, for the most part, the characters look pretty good. My main issue with Mortal Kombat was everybody would look like fucking, like I don't know, like gym dudes that are just like entirely too skinny. This one actually looks like using some wrestlers. 50 Cent's a pretty big guy, so
yeah.
I'll say this though.
Kind of into it.
I think Cody looks ridiculous, but with Guile's flat top,
and that's one of my favorite characters to play. Like
I know, and it's like, look, Guile has the big flat top. It's hard not to look like shit, I guess, unless you're that certain guy. And then David Chalmaine is M. Bison. That kind of
that's interesting.
That does not look good.
Jason Momoa is the
Balrog, yeah.
Balrog, yeah. Can you get a picture of that?
Wait, Jason Momoa? Oh, no, Balrog is
50
guy,
Cent.
sorry.
Yeah, look at that. That's great. Well, 50 Cent's in sick shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I honestly think Cody looks pretty good, man.
Well, it's the hair.
The character itself looks ridiculous in the game, so it's like hard.
He looks like Angry Kid though, with that expression. Do you guys remember Angry Kid?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. See if you can find Jason Momoa, because he, like, it's weird. And some of these characters I don't recognize, like the one Roman Reigns is playing, and
Akuma, yeah.
Akuma, yeah. I mean, they're all from the game, Shah, were you more of a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter?
Definitely Mortal Kombat. I was a Mortal Kombat kid, but again, based on a trailer, I've pretty much hated all Mortal Kombat movies, man. Never really been a fan of any of them. This is like the first one that actually looks good when it comes to fighting games. So
yeah,
I didn't know he was Blanca.
Yeah, he's Blanca.
Is this
Jason
him right
Momoa
here?
is Blanca. I mean, again, I saw a different picture, a trailer where they listed everybody, the characters.
It must have been some sort of sneak peek, because the one
it was. Yeah,
I went back to what you sent me, and it's just a series of pictures on Twitter.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean,
he looks good though. If that's what he's going to look like in the movie, that looks good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite characters to play.
Yeah.
Isn't there Honda, whatever? It was like Sumo, isn't there?
E-Honda, yeah.
E-Honda, yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, supposedly this is just supposed to be batshit crazy, guys. It's not supposed to be like Mortal Kombat is taking itself a little seriously. Obviously, we saw it, and it was fine. It was definitely miles above what the previous movies were, and the sequel looks like it's going to be pretty good too. But this is just like chaos, quick cut, Shah. Like supernatural shit. You know what I mean?
And I like how they're fighting in different settings. Like one was, actually boxing.
Yeah, like the game, game.
That's what I want. That's what I want, man. And that was my problem with like the Running Man trailer. I feel like it's just like it doesn't remind me of the original, man. Like I understand it's closer to the Stephen King story and blah blah,
Yep.
but
But it
I don't
also
know, man.
bombed. But it also
Yeah.
bombed miserably. It did terrible. It
I'm
did
sure.
absolutely terrible. Now people are talking about Tekken. I never played Tekken that much. Did you guys
No.
play Tekken?
Tekken was fun, but it didn't seem to have the staying power of Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because like a friend of mine had PS1, and I go over and play it, and it was fine. Or like Killer Instinct was another one. There was a ton of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter clones, and I always thought Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
I seen the
were better.
Tekken. Yeah, I think I seen clips of the Tekken movie. You know, what's the movie with all the broads who are hot that fight? They made a movie about it. It was kind of trashy. Jamie Presley's in it. That hot Asian broad's in it. I forget what it was called. It was a good fighting game. It was all like hot broads. Essentially, they did make a movie about it. Like a dog shit movie. Someone's gonna G-check me in here.
It wasn't Killer Instinct, was it?
No. But like one girl's in an American bikini, like that kind of thing. I forget what it was.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like a Dreamcast game, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to head on over to Patreon. So please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5. That's all it takes. That'll get you in the door. And don't forget, next Tuesday for the holiday, we will be dropping the final 5. The creme de la creme. The best of the best. Oh, Dead or Alive. Watch that trailer. That'll fucking make you laugh. It's really... The girls look great, but it's just a dog shit movie. Just absolute dog shit. Please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5. That's all it takes. And the next 2 weeks we'll be going on Tuesdays for the holidays. Please support the Rich Dow. He's got that big announcement coming up. The Cheating Death podcast with Cleric of Chaos. The Necromaniacs podcast. They just dropped their 666 top movies of the year tonight. Anybody else, guys? Shah, anybody come to mind there?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. B, anybody else?
Did you plug Don Tony and our boys over at...
I don't know if they're doing shows next week, but I'm sure they're doing the shows tonight. Of course, Wrestling Soup. And, of course, I want to thank my brother Mike from the Necromaniacs for recording that Patreon with me. Both B Show and Shah are going to bang out a special Patreon episode for the Patreon pals. $5, people. Give yourself that gift. You know, you deserve it. You worked hard all year. But we're going to work hard on a short little Patreon episode. And we're going to see you guys in a couple of days on Tuesday at 8:30. I'm very excited for this Top 5 show. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Peace.